My name is Cándida Flores, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of a small-size organization called Family Life Education in Hartford. I've been working for this organization for 7 years now. I came from Puerto Rico back in 1979 with 5 daughters, not speaking any English and not knowing exactly what I was going to do with my life. Came to Connecticut to get the American dream, a better life for me and for my children. I was fortunate at the time to find employment at another nonprofit organization, the Hispanic Health Council in Hartford, and learn English while I was working there, and at the same time learn what would be my passion. I felt that in that organization I learned that there are a number of people out there in the community that are very needy, and that I was going to play a role in their lives by being able to support them and work with them. So I worked my way up in the organization by helping people as much as I could, by learning about the organization and about human services in general. And 6 years after I had started at the Hispanic Health Council as a receptionist, I became the executive director of the organization, which was pivotal in my professional life, because although I went into that position as executive director with a great deal of apprehension because I didn't know what I was doing, frankly, I had a lot of support from the board and the staff in the organization, and I learned that I was capable of doing more than I was giving myself credit for. I had also the fortune of having some very influential people in my life, and at that time, Maria Borrero, who left the organization before I became the executive director, kind of took me under her wing and showed me the rope, believed in my potential, which I didn't know at that point that I had more potential, and helped me see what I was capable of doing, trusted me with responsibilities that I was not prepared to take, but she thought I was. And that helped me continue to grow professionally in that organization and then in other organizations. I also have been very fortunate in my life to have the mother that I had, who passed a few years ago. She was a strong, very strong woman who didn't go to school, but even though she didn't go to school, she was incredibly brilliant, intelligent. She knew about world affairs. She was a great parent, and that helped me become a better parent for my daughters as well, using her as an example of what a good mother is. In the Hispanic Health Council, I was able to develop a great network of supporters and peers in the community, and later on I moved on to work with the governor. So who would say that somebody coming from a small town in Puerto Rico was going to become assistant to the governor of Connecticut? So that was also a key point in my career and in my development as a professional. I worked with the governor for about 2 years, and then had to go back to Puerto Rico because my mother was ill. Went back to Puerto Rico in 1995 and stayed there taking care of my mother until 2000. It is interesting when you come into this country and kind of settle in a community that becomes your new home, and then you go back to your hometown, to your roots, and you have the sense of that you don't belong there. It's very difficult to adapt again to the old ways and the old country and the old home. So it was very difficult to spend those 5 years in Puerto Rico trying to readapt to the island. So 5 years after spending some time with my mother and making sure that she was okay, decided to come back to the States, and was fortunate to find a job as chief of staff for the mayor of New Haven, which was another experience that really contributed tremendously to my development, personally and professionally. It was a very interesting time, 2 years that I spent there in city government, very interesting. Those experiences have reinforce the notion that human services is my passion, that this is what I was meant to do. It's been 35 years, just about, that I've been doing human services in different capacities. And I feel that again, that's what I was born to do. This is where I'm comfortable. I feel that I don't feel like a passive bystander. I feel that I have a voice, that I can take action to make the world a better world, and that I have the capacity to help others and to support others also in their development. So that's really very fulfilling, and I feel that my life, has been very accomplished. I feel that this is what I was meant to do. If I were to speak to younger generations about lessons in life, one would be to follow your passion, to make sure that you do what you like to do while making a living out of it. I think you can do both, and I've been very fortunate that I've been able to do that, to support my children, but at the same time be in a setting where I feel that I'm helpful to others and that I am supporting others in their development. So that would be my advice to younger generations. Follow your passion, do what you like, put everything into it. I would like to be remembered when I die as a person who wanted to do the best, a person who had high standards, who didn't settle for mediocrity, who really wanted to achieve excellence at all times in my personal life and also in my professional life. Someone that left a legacy to my children and to others who shared, in my path in this earth, that they could look back and say, somehow Cándida Flores contributed to my development. That would be very good if I could be remembered in that sense. The organization that I work in, which is, again, a small organization rooted in the community that is dedicated to helping others achieve their potential, kind of using the same type of model, so to speak, that Maria Borrero used with me when I was at the Hispanic Health Council, where she saw my potential, where she believed that I could do more that I thought I was capable of. So that's kind of the philosophy that we embrace at Family Life Education. We want people who come into the organization to understand that they have potential, that they have a voice, that they can achieve, that they can gain control of their destiny. So everything that we do in the organization is embraced by that philosophy. We also look at the needs of the community as we work with individuals, and we're very proud specifically of one project that we're working on at this particular moment, which is a children's wellness center. That idea of developing a children's wellness center stems from the fact that there's a very high incidence of childhood obesity in the city of Hartford, and we want to play a role in eradicating that. The children that we work with have no space to play, and so they don't develop their motor skills at the level that they need to. So in our organization, we're developing this center, state-of-the-art facility, unique, the only facility of its kind in the region, where children can come and play, be healthy, learn about nutrition, work with their parents, who will also be learning about nutrition and learning about fitness and staying healthy and healthy eating habits as well. So that is a project that I would encourage people to support and to look into to see what we're doing and the kinds of things that we're going to be achieving in collaboration with other organizations in the community. We're very happy about that project, and we would encourage all of you to look into it. One thing that I have learned in my career is that I have a passion for working with younger generations, helping them, kind of coaching them to encourage them to develop their professional potential as well as their personal potential. So one thing that I would like to really achieve or work further on is in becoming a better coach, where I can again embrace others that are developing up-and-coming professionals that I can coach and work with closer than I do now and more intentionally than I do now, to ensure that we leave better children for the world. Some people say leave a better world for the children. I believe in leaving better children for the world. So that's what I want to leave as a legacy as well.